All right, so thank you for joining us. I am going to share my screen for our announcements. Here's the call. Okay, here we go. Can I get Lisa a thumbs up if you can see it? Awesome, thanks, because I see you right now. Okay, all right, so it's May already. Like, seriously, I feel like we just had January's our first team call of the year. I don't know where the time is going, but it is flying by. All right, first up, I want to give a shout out to all of our April Life Changers. Hopefully, you saw me post this today, but I could not help but be so excited over this board because it's just tremendous seeing all of these names up here, all of the lives that are being changed, because we know obviously this is our Success Club board, but we call it the April Life Changers because that's truly what we are working towards. We're not working towards those points. We are working towards, really truly changing lives. I know that's what our team is all about. I know that's what we work towards every day. So huge congratulations to Amy with Success Club 24. That's amazing. Nicole with Success Club 16, Diana 8, and Stephanie and Lindsay, big shout out to them because this is their very first time reaching Success Club. So that is such a huge accomplishment. So congratulations to Stephanie and Lindsay, both of you, for achieving Success Club 6. And all of you have earned yourself a nice, cute little Beachbody backpack, which I'm excited to get. And congratulations to Jill, Megan, Terry, Brittany, who is a new coach, Brad, Heather, Casey, Heidi, Carol, Tina, Elise. She's also a new coach with First Success Club points. Kim, Paula, Sarah, Diane, and Susan. Awesome job, all of you, for getting those points on the board, which means lives are being changed. All right, so I'm sure you've heard already, but our Spring into Health promotion is extended, which is crazy. I was on the Success Club trip when they announced this, which was amazing, by the way. And when we were sitting there for the corporate panel, when Carl was talking, we were wondering if they were going to extend it, even just this month for May, because usually we get a 1 month extension. But we got a May, June, July, August 4-month extension. So that's pretty crazy and something we need to take advantage of, especially since we have the UV2 coming out. Shaun T which is a little confusing, I won't lie. We should be getting more information this month, but I'm not sure if it's coming out or just being announced this month. It's kind of up in the air, but I guess we'll find out May 12th. But something with Shaun T, and then Chris Downing's Shift Shop, which he reminds me so much of Shaun T. So that's why I was kind of shocked that they said that they were adding another program with Shaun T, which I'm super excited about because Shaun T is where I started with Insanity. So, but Chris Downing is pretty amazing himself. He's just very inspirational and motivational, and really has you dig deep, just like Shaun T and those workouts and everything. So I'm excited about Shift Shop to come out. So obviously all of those programs will be included and our customers will get those with this promotion. So keep taking advantage of it. I know people have been so excited about it this past month. All right, reminder, our dates are always on our cover photo, so check them out. Hopefully next week you guys are kind of teaming up and we'll talk about ideas in our open mic portion of our team call, but about getting ready for a free group next week. And then we also have our 5 days Shakeology group. So remember, our free group, pair up with some coaches. You guys can come up with ideas together just to try to make those more small and intimate. And then we have our 5 day Shakeology group. That never gets too big, but we have that group for our whole team. And if you watched my Michelle Gets Real episode from Friday, I talked about the importance of really having that belief in being a product of the product. So if you have not joined our 5 day Shakeology group, definitely check it out. See what it's all about, learn a little bit more, and see what you have to offer for your customers. Okay, I announced this in our team page. It's in there. Hopefully, I know a lot of you did see it. I saw last I counted, there were 11 of you. There might have been more people that have commented since. But I'm really excited. Allison Reves and Nina Pierce and I were in Punta Cana together, and we brainstormed a lot about what we could do with our teams, how we could collaborate. And we came up with this mind shift challenge. We worked out with Chris Downing 3 days, and his program is called Shift Shop. And the whole thing behind it is how you are, making that shift. So like when you're working out and when you're struggling and you're feeling like you maybe want to die and quit, you're making that shift in your mind to push yourself further, to keep going, to not give up. And he talked about the shift, like just in life, like making the shift in parenting, making the shift with our businesses, just about mindset a lot. And so that's why we came up with this mind shift challenge, just about belief in yourself, belief in this business, what we do as coaches with Beachbody. And we have been planning, and we're really excited for the different topics and the format. I gave a bunch more details, and I'll take questions at the end or open mic time too. But this is going to be a really great group. We're really excited about it. But I also want to make sure you know that I really would love, if you're going to join this group, like we want everyone to really get the most out of it. We want people to participate in this group if you're going to join us. So check out the post in our team page, and we'll take questions later. Just a reminder, it's still not too late for Summit. We have our Summit group that I have created, that we're all in there. So if you are going to Summit and not in that group yet, let me know. But it's definitely not too late. Registration for there's different halls and workouts and everything. It's next week. So you still have some time. There's still tickets. I've seen some people that have posted that they have tickets for sale. So, there's plenty of opportunity. We have rooms. We have room in our rooms. So if this is something that you're interested in, let me know. You will not regret it at all. It's an amazing experience. Okay. All right. We're going to get to the fun stuff, to our open mic portion. Hi, for those of you that joined us and I didn't see. Okay. So remember, just unmute yourself if you want to add in. And remember, let's not be the teachers in the classroom where no one is raising their hand to participate, or no one's unmuting themselves and I have to call on you, right? We hate to be that person. And I hate to be that teacher to do that. Okay? All right, so we're going to start out with something positive, obviously. Let's talk about some of the successes. So I thought this would be a great time to tell us something that's going on in your business, in your life, that is a success right now that you're really happy about, that you want to share with us. This is a great time to shout out another coach. Maybe you've seen something that they've been doing, that you have seen them being very successful. So I would love for you to use this opportunity for either of this. So does anyone want to start? Yeah, Amy. Star student there. Go ahead.
I want to give a shout out to Nicole and Heather. Their lives and their posts. Heather's coach post today was incredible. Nicole's live post yesterday, sweaty and all. F those filters. Love it. So I'm just so proud of both of them. They're doing such great things in their business, and I just love seeing it every day.
Awesome. I love that. Yeah, Heather, I loved your post today too. Which reminds me, I did the Caught You Sharing coaching challenge. And if you didn't participate yet, there is still 2 hours and 45 minutes to complete that challenge and share it. And look at the post ideas that were already shared, because that was the point of it too, to get ideas on how to authentically share the coaching opportunity, and not, it doesn't have to be like a join my team kind of post, but just kind of sharing the opportunity in a genuine way. All right. I love that. Anyone else want to share?
I'll go. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay. Well, I am just super excited about Brittany, and she's here on this call tonight, which is awesome, because she has just jumped in with 2 feet, and I'm so excited for her. But to be honest, it's doing so much for me. Like, her energy and her excitement and wanting to learn and grow is making me re-energized and dive into some things that I haven't been doing lately. So it's really just been refreshing for me. And I encourage everybody to take that opportunity when you have someone kind of under your wing to just kind of push it even harder. I feel like I have to be great because I've got her, and so it's just been really fun.
Awesome. I agree. When I see a new coach joining our team and just like they're gung ho from the get go, it's pretty motivating to me as well. So awesome job, Brittany and Terry. All right, Diana, go ahead. Go ahead, Diana.
Hi, I just wanted to give a shout out to Lola and Lisa. Lola, welcome back. We've missed you. When I saw your first workout post hospital, it felt really good. We've missed you. We've been thinking about you and sending you love and light. And so just glad you're starting to get back in action. And Lisa, girl, with that baby bump, just I know it's been hard in terms of really how you're balancing coaching and feeling like you're authentically in it, but you're doing it. And so just thank you too for all that you're doing and being exactly where you are and who you are and your most authentic self. Are those baby hormone tears?
I knew you were going to make her cry. I knew the tears were coming. Those are good tears. Those are good tears. Ditto exactly what Diana said.
Thanks everybody sorry if you can't understand me, but thank you everyone because it helps to watch people's videos. I'm gonna actually start crying too, and then you really can't understand me. But people's posts and even just drinking Shakeology makes me stay with it because it's quite hard right now. Just little things that you take for granted, like swallowing. So it kind of helps seeing everybody else's meals and stuff. So I thank everybody for pushing themselves hard because it makes me want to just keep with it. So yeah, good job, everybody.
Well, I don't have pregnancy hormones. What's that? We're all crying now. We love you, Lola. That's great to hear, though.
Thank you.
Okay, awesome. Anyone else want to share? Go ahead, Amy.
I don't know if you guys know this, but Lola has been in Heather and my challenge groups, and that girl in the hospital is posting. She's posting workouts. She is amazing. And I sometimes forget, and it's terrible that she's going through all this because she's just so on it, and she's posting recipes and she's posting like all this stuff, and she's like, yeah, sure, I'll do it. And I'm like, you had surgery. You just had cancer cut out of your throat. Like, and she's doing like body beat stuff. I'm like, girl, I have nothing to complain about ever again. So Lola, I am so glad you're in my life, and I'm so glad that you're in our challenge group, and thank you, girl. Keep with it. You inspire me every day.
I think this is like a perfect example of how coaching can just be a light in your life. Like you can use it to send a different message, and like just take your situation and just spread positivity instead of, and it's all about that personal development we do and that mindset and everything, just shifting your mind into something positive instead of harping on negative things or things that can bring you down. And I think that that's truly an amazing part of what we do as coaches. Are you trying to talk, Lisa? You're muted.
Got it. Okay. I just wanted to shout out Diana because I know she kind of went through a little dip and she was not happy about it. So to see her have her 8 this month and to know that she is just putting herself all out there and to make sure that she's really been there for me too. But I know that she was struggling and she kept going and she kept trying and she found a school. Like I think a lot of us, I don't know if that is a hard thing to do. And I think that I'm just really, oh no, where'd it go? Oh, there it is. Okay. I'm just really, really proud of her. And she's pretty much there for me all day, every day. So I think, yeah, I'm probably going to start crying again, so I'm going to stop. But Dee, where are you? Just look at your face. There you are. I love you. And like Lola said, like everybody just, it has been a little rough, but just seeing everybody's posts and the positivity of our team has just been wonderful. So I can't wait for my comeback, and I know that you will all be there as well for me. And if you need me, I'll be there for you. So just keep doing what you're doing, guys. It's awesome, and it's very inspiring, and it just keeps me going every single day. So right now, that's saying a lot because it's weird, but yeah, I love this team and I love you guys. So thank you.
We will definitely be cheering you on, Lisa, for your comeback.
Thank you.
Can't wait. And I think Terry posted today, literally, if you check out her coach post that she did today, she literally shared all the different quotes and positivity that people posted and used that as her example of something that was, you know, a positive thing about coaching. So I thought that was an awesome post, Terry. All right, anyone else before we move on? All right, I love that. Okay, so let's just switch gears a little bit. Is anyone like struggling with anything in particular that you need help with, that you want advice from anyone and everyone on our team and on this call right
now? I'll start with that, I guess. I had a unique experience with a challenger just maybe 2 days ago. She is a woman of, I think, late 50s, maybe early 60s. And she is a friend of my mom's, and she messaged me. When she first messaged me, it really touched me. I actually brought tears in my eyes, saying how she had been following my story and she was really inspired by me, and she was going through this divorce, and she wasn't up until now wasn't getting off the couch, and felt really depressed and hadn't worked on herself in a long time. And there were things that I would post that she said that she felt like I was speaking to her without knowing I was speaking to her. So it meant a lot to me. So she jumped on board and I was helping her. And I got a message from her the other day that she actually found another coach and was going to go a different route. So at first I thought that meant that she was going, like, maybe Beachbody wasn't enough. And that she was going to try like a nutritionist or something like that. But then I found out it was a Beachbody coach. The woman is in Iowa, and as her age, well, close to her age. And she felt that that coach, because she's closer to her age, would be more fitted to help her in where she's at in her life right now. So part of me, it's like, I understood, and I had to be understanding. I mean, it's, I want her to succeed. You know, I want her to reach her goals. So whoever's there helping her down that path, good for her. It stung a little because I wanted to be the one to help her. And then I had to ask myself, was there something I didn't do? You know, and I think sometimes when I'm dealing with someone that's significantly older than I am, I get the, you know, well, it's easier for you because you're younger. But they kind of like prejudge without knowing what I went through or what I struggle through every day, even though I try to put that out there. I try to be as honest as I can. So I guess that it was like, it's a new struggle for me, because now I'm realizing I'm going to be dealing with maybe things like that. Because I want to help people, not just my age and younger, but all generations. But I know that maybe there are some things that she's going through with her age that I can't relate to yet. And I guess that's what she was looking for.
Yeah, I think like I've definitely helped a lot of different ages, and anyone else can chime in too. Because I mean, I've had like friends of my mom and stuff like, I have people in my insanity class that are like all different ages, So I can, from experience, like and from what you're talking about, and I know what kind of coach you are. I know the effort that you put in, the heart, how much you want to help them. I definitely think it's like a her thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like not a you thing at all, as much as it does sting like that, but it's definitely like maybe it's like her feeling like, okay, yes, she's younger, she doesn't understand, like even though you probably do understand and you've had struggles, and just because you have an age gap doesn't mean that you can't understand certain things. But I think it's probably a her thing, I don't think it's anything that you have done wrong at all, so I think in that situation it's kind of like a bless and release
Mm-hmm.
kind of thing.
Yeah.
I don't think it's definitely her.
Yeah, I gave her my support. I think I don't know if that's what she was looking for. She didn't need my permission, but I think she was kind of looking for it in a way, because she wanted to make sure that I was not upset with her, I guess. And there was a little ego bruise, I'm not gonna lie, I was get stung. But like I said, I do all I want for anybody is the best for themselves. And I know that I do think that finding a coach that fits you is important. So if that's what this woman will do for her, then good.
Right. And I think that's a good example for even if when we talk to people, when we find out that they do have coaches, and if they, one of the things that because first of all, how many times have you found people that have coaches, but they actually like don't work with them and don't help them? So in a situation like, if someone talks about having like a coach, and or if I ask them, if I suspect that they like may have, or if they've told me that they have like a program, of course my first thing is to ask is, oh, do you work with a coach? And if they tell me that they have a coach, I immediately say like, well, if you have a great relationship with them and they're helping you, then I do not want to interfere whatsoever. That's wonderful. Keep going with that. But if they come back and tell me that like, no, it's not that way, then we talk about how I can help and how they can switch and stuff. But you always want the best for them. You want what's going to make them happy. So ultimately, I think that's the right thing, and you giving your blessing, basically, which what she was looking for, And I think that that's kind of like a different circumstance that probably you won't come into contact with. Has anyone come into that, like a situation like that at all? Probably not, but I think it's definitely, especially it'd be one thing if you weren't that involved, Nicole, you know what I mean? But like, you're clearly involved in providing support and challenge groups and everything. So, remember that you're doing all the right things. Thank you for sharing. All right. How about, and you looks like you got some comments in the chat box. Make sure you check out the chat box. Oh, I like that, Lisa. Good advice from Shalene. Anything else anyone is struggling with in particular? Anything? No?
I'll go.
Okay.
I have a handful of people who drink Shakeology. They're on Home Direct. And no matter what I do and how I explain it as explicitly as possible, that they can get a discount without having to do anything else, they still are not willing to take that leap. And I mean, it's not even a leap. I'm not asking them to do anything. And I'll even come out and say, I'm not asking you to do anything coachy, because I think they're afraid that I'm going to, start making them post like half naked pictures of themselves or something. I don't know. But as much as in my teacher style, I like explicitly lay the whole thing out. Here's what you're paying. Here's what you would be paying. People will still say no. And it just boggles my mind. I don't get it. And I don't know what else to do about it.
Do you ever use like the visual?
I do. I send the visuals. I write it all out. Brittany's mom is one of them. That's why she's smirking, because I've been working on her for months. And she's like, nope, I don't want to do it. I have nothing. it's just I don't get it. I don't know what it is.
Well,
But.
maybe Brittany will, or Brittany's mom will now that Brittany. But
Look at her now.
yeah. Well, I always make sure I don't use the word coach. I don't ever use the
Right.
word coach at all when I'm talking to someone about. I use discount member and
Mhm.
or no, actually in the one visual, I don't even know if it says discount member. I forget. I'd have to pull up the visual, but something along those lines. And I think I might use customer and member. Team Beachbody customer, Team Beachbody member is what I use on the one visual. And most of the time, I don't actually bring up the C word, coach, until I give them directions to sign up for the discount. Which I haven't done that. I actually haven't done that in a while though. But yeah, I basically just use discount member, and then once I give them directions, I say, now you're going to sign up the same way as a coach, but you are not. You do not have to do anything as a coach. That's what I say. So, but that's okay. You know, just they're customers for now. That's fine. You know, maybe they'll come around, and that's great that they're using Shakeology. So,
Yeah.
All right. Anyone else with a struggle they want to share? Okay. All right. How about free group ideas? I'll actually share really quick what I'm doing this month. And in our team page, I have this album, and the reason I just got back from Punta Cana and stuff and have not had the time to creatively come up with a brand new group. So I'm using one of my old groups that has always been a really great group, a clean eating group. And it's in our team page in an album. All the posts are all in there. The cover photo, pregame, each daily post, and everything is all in there. And then there's a PDF with the recipes that's in the file section. So there's that one, there's squats and salads, and there's good morning vibes. All of them are there for you that I have created albums with every single day, all the scripts, everything laid out for you. Anyone else have any other ideas that they're doing?
Amy and I are doing a group together. We are doing we're calling it Tony's 7-day challenge. So I don't know if you guys saw the video. Tony Horton put out a challenge, and it's 7 days of getting at least 7.5 to 9 hours of sleep every night, drinking 8 to 20 ounces of water when you wake up in the morning, and then no dairy, no sugar, and no alcohol. So that's what we're doing for our group. And we talked about it today. We are actually putting it out there in our posts and stuff as posing a challenge to people rather than calling it a challenge group, just to kind of try something different. So saying, I'm challenging you to participate in this challenge. Are you up to the challenge? Are you going to take it on? And then if they are interested and they accept the challenge, then we'll add them to the group and just say, okay, in order to, prove to us that you're doing the challenge, you just need to check in every day with the challenge. And then we're going to have each day is going to be dedicated to one of the things. So we'll do a post one day about the importance of sleep and why that's part of the challenge. And then the importance of drinking water throughout the day and in the morning, that sort of thing, as the week goes on. So that's what we're doing this month.
I love that. I mean, it does not have to be a super formal group. You could do a water group, and people just check in every day with how much water they drink. It doesn't have to be anything elaborate at all. I did another group I did that I threw together that I was actually thinking I might do again, that you just reminded me, Heather, is I called it Fitbit Friends Challenge. When I first got my Fitbit, I did it, and I focused on water, sleep, and then steps for the Fitbit. But a bunch of people were into it that had, I don't know if any of you guys have Fitbits, but it was so easy to put together, and people just checked in each day with those three things, because those were basically the three things that I wanted to check in with and be more accountable with. So it worked out well. Anyone else?
We are going to steal Amy's the dessert one and redo that one. Yeah, so that was really helpful.
Awesome. Awesome. I love when we share ideas. Okay, Coach Open House, if you haven't I feel like most of you guys that are on this call, but if you're watching this call, our Coach Open House, most of you guys that are on here have participated, but we switched up the format and the day. It's on Thursdays now, second Thursday at 9 p.m. And we did stories, coach stories, we did videos, coach stories, misconceptions, and rewards as a coach, which we used to have as posts that we just like typed out our answers to, but instead we have people sharing. And then the first post is really the only post for all coaches to participate. But does anyone have any ideas, like as far as videos that we should add or take away, especially for those of you that have been involved in it, that we should do differently? Or if you like the ones that we're doing right now? We basically have had 3 stories, 3 misconceptions, and then 2 people doing rewards. Did you guys like those videos? The ones that we chose?
Yes.
Okay, awesome. How can we get more coaches to participate? That's what I would like to know. Like, really, it's only like now it's like the first post. That's it. If we could just get like a bunch of people to participate in that first post and not the same people all the time. I love that you guys are all participating because all of you on the call currently participate. But how can we get more people to participate in that one post? Any ideas? I mean, all of us can share, like, I think if we all encourage our downlines to do so.
For me, this was the last coach opportunity we did, was the first time I got to participate in it. The timing worked better for me when it was later, because I do teach dance in the evenings from 5, sometimes into 8, like 8:15, 8:45 even. So anytime it was going on, I was teaching. Then when I got home, I felt like I was so behind what everything was going on, so I didn't get time to catch up. But when this one started later, I was able to practice. So maybe if we kept doing it at that time, at a later time, people would be more apt to jump on.
Yeah, it's definitely still going to be at 9 o'clock. Yeah, it'll be the later time. But I was just thinking maybe I could post it ahead of time and be like, draft your post. I use the same post every time. I use my same spiel every time.
I do too. I save them all in my notes and then I just copy and paste them.
Yeah, so maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll, like, the day before be like, okay, heads up, we have our Coach Open House tomorrow. Be prepared to make your one post at 9 o'clock. And then you can peace out if you want to, if you don't have any, you know what I mean? Because I just think, don't you think it would just make a difference if there are more coaches?
I was going to say, what if we just tagged, like if we each just tagged a few coaches?
Oh, yeah, we could do that too.
You know, almost like a call out, not in a mean way, but.
Yeah, but and it doesn't necessarily even have to be at 9 o'clock, right? I mean, like, they can post it later, like, because people check back in. And I always tell the people that join, like, if they can't make it, I say, like, okay, we'll just respond going, then you'll get the updates and you can go back later and read it. So I'm looking, what if we do a raffle or a prize for any coach? Yeah, I like that idea of doing that. But yeah, I just think that if the more participation we have with that, I think that would be better. But I will make a note to post ahead of time. All right, just checking on time. All right, we are going to be having different speakers on our power hours. You're not always going to be hearing from me because I know you get sick of me. So some of our leaders are going to be sharing on our power hours. But does anyone have any thoughts on things that they want to hear about on our power hours? Do you like we usually focus a lot on obviously connecting, inviting, drafting posts. Does anyone want to see anything different on our power hours?
I really liked hearing when we learned more about how to make challenge groups more special, because sometimes I do feel like for myself, I'm just doing the same kind of stuff. And especially if I have like the same challengers in there, I want to make each challenge group new for them so it doesn't get so monotonous and it kind of breaks all that up. So I did like hearing different points on how like they spruce it up.
Yeah, so that was more of like our team call. What if are you guys all doing weekly challenges in your challenge groups? Like, because that's kind of the format that we've been doing, and we've been trying to come up with new weekly challenges. Like, I know that I've been posting weekly challenges, and shout out to Diana, by the way, for posting all that, like the cover photos and the before stuff, because I just did not get to that before my trip like I wanted to. So thank you for doing that. That was huge. It made it so much easier on me when I came back. But what if we really made a point to share all of our, like we made an album with all of those different challenges, because that would spice up our challenge groups. Because I know the groups that I've been in, we've been making new challenges, like, but it would be so helpful if we were all sharing our challenges, because that would be, you know what I mean? Do you guys?
Yeah.
So like, and I like the format of doing like a 5-day challenge, you know, but if we're all coming up with different ones, then think of how many different challenges we would have. I don't know if we can make like an album for weekly challenges in our team page. Would you guys be up for that? And posting them? And actually posting like the text and stuff too, like that goes along with it, not necessarily like just the pictures, but actually including text. I mean, we can always change it and stuff, but I think it's helpful. If you're already making it and posting it in your group, you could just like double post it in our team page. You guys like that idea? And we could even on our power hours, just an idea, we could come up with a challenge on our power hours, a weekly challenge, and do that as one of our power hour activities. Okay. Anything else for our power hours, or even team calls? Anything you guys want to hear about in team calls? Exactly, Lisa. Work smarter, not harder. Yes. Like, our team is getting bigger. We need to split up and do these smaller groups, but yet share. Like, if we can all share and all use each other's stuff and tweak it to make it our own, it just makes us all do less work and have great content and things to use. Anything else you guys want to hear on team calls? Do you like the open mic idea? Is there any topics that you want me to find speakers about? Anything?
I'm just always interested in the replication and how I feel like I have been pretty successful with getting challengers and then getting some of those challengers to become coaches. But when it comes to getting coaches to really be able to blossom within the business, I know you and I have talked about it, just getting kind of stuck and not really sure exactly what to do. So if there's any thoughts, I know there's not a one size fits all, but just some ideas on what works for other people, that'd be really helpful for me.
Like duplication processes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I like that. That would be a good topic. Okay. Sorry, you guys are blowing up the chat and I'm not really, I have to go back and read it. Oh, Amy asked about that. Well, Amy, I was going to talk about that on our leadership call, but my thoughts are, I think it was much better when Diana went live. I know that it's not like ideal to, like, it's better. I mean, it's easier to just reuse a video, but I think that it was nice when Diana went live. She did not have any issues with her video. Some of us had issues loading our video and stuff, but we can talk more about that on our leadership call, so that's okay. Okay. Personal development, is anyone like loving anything that they're reading or listening to that you can recommend to anyone? Go ahead, Casey.
Well, Michelle just recommended the book The Seed. I just finished it yesterday. It was really good. And then also from that Eat That Frog series, there's also one called Kiss That Frog, which is really good.
I feel like you told me about Kiss That Frog before.
What's that about? It sounds like a dating book that I clearly need.
How to turn negatives into positive.
Also useful for dating.
That actually might not be good for dating.
I second The Seed. It's such a good book. I'm still reading. I'm at the end of it. Casey listened to it, so you like whipped through it. But I am reading it. It's John Gordon. I love his formats. Like I'm digging John Gordon right now, and I'm moving on to his leadership book next. So, and I'm listening to You Are a Badass at Making Money, but I haven't gotten into it a ton yet. But that's what I have on Audible. Anyone else have any recommendations?
Somebody posted today, I don't even remember who it was. I think it was called Expectation Hangover. And I thought it looked really good, but I've never read it. Has anybody read it?
Oh, did Jen Greenberg just post
it? Might have been Jen. It might have been Jen.
No, I haven't heard of it.
But I looked it up and kind of read the synopsis, and I was like, ooh, that sounds pretty good. I'm listening to the one, Lisa, that you posted about a bunch, the one about being
it sounded awesome.
Brittany knows.
Hey, Brad, congrats on your Success Club points.
Yeah, Brad, Michelle said congrats on your Success Club points.
Oh, thank you.
So you did nothing.
I was just Terry, congrats on Brad's Success Club points.
Yeah. No, the one that Lisa had posted a bunch about being overwhelmed, the overwhelmed one. And it's good, but I don't think I'm far enough into it yet, because I feel like it's a lot of like research and information right now. Am I going to get to the more like, here's what to do with yourself part? I'm assuming I will, sort of. Lisa, you look puzzled.
You will kind of. I like the research part. Like that's like the sociology in me. So I think you kind of have to. I've listened to it twice now.
It definitely speaks to me.
Yeah. So it kind of like flashed, and it probably is more like your life now as opposed to like where I am, just with like your boys and their activities and like you're a teacher and more like just. So for me, it was more of a flash forward. For you, it might be like, this is my life. Oh my God, this is crazy. So I think,
but it definitely makes you stop and think about how being busy and saying that you're busy is like a thing that
it is.
And people kind of use that as a status symbol almost. And I almost stop myself sometimes now, like, okay, take a step back, sister. You're not like Mother Teresa. You're just doing your thing. It's not, because I think sometimes we do like, oh, I have this, and this, and a million things to do. It's like, okay, you have a lot to do, but I don't work for NASA, or I'm not a brain surgeon. Like I'm good, like, yeah. I can watch Scandal. I'm okay.
Yeah. Towards the end, it has more like suggestions and tips, but I like that it is very well researched, and it does have kind of a storyline too. So you can really you can take those lessons and make those text to self connections and apply what she's talking about as you can to your life, which is kind of what I do. So yeah, there are tips at the end, tips and tricks, but it's like the very last couple chapters. But yeah, just stick with it. I promise. A little game changer.
So this is like a success that we're talking about personal development. Rob tagged me in like 4 different videos today, like either in the comments or shared, which were all like personal development videos, which was awesome in my mind because he's like watching them, thinking of me and tagging me. So that makes me super proud because it's like his way of trying to get his personal development and sharing it with me. And one of them today, they were talking about, people talking about being overwhelmed and stressed, and how overwhelmed and stress is, they're all running together with me right now, but about how overwhelm is not necessarily like a bad thing, and how, when you're doing things and trying to strive to reach goals and stuff like that, and you're feeling overwhelmed, like how it was just looking at it in a different perspective about how it's not necessarily a bad thing to be overwhelmed, and how things aren't meant to be easy, and it's a good thing when things are hard. And I don't know, it was just a different way, a different perspective to look at it. But I was proud that he was tagging me in all of these personal development videos today. All right, anything else personal development wise?
I'm reading one right now called Exponential Living, and I'm only about halfway through, but it's a really good one. It talks about a lot of stuff. It actually talks about that being busy, and how Everybody says they're super busy, but it doesn't necessarily mean that you're busy doing the right things too. And it talks about aligning your time with your values. So, what are your top 5 values? And are you spending the right amount of time on those, or are you spending your time on other stuff? And it talks about pursuing peace rather than relying on things outside of you to make you feel successful, which I think is really great, especially for us in this business, because we're not about, yes, it's a business and we want to make money, but it's not about the money. It's about helping other people. And I think if you focus on helping yourself first and pursuing that piece, then it'll really help you help other people. So I'm kind of partway through it, but it's really, really good. Word to the wise, though, if you are not very religious, it is written by a woman who is a pretty devout Christian. I am too, so it's fine. It doesn't bother me. But she does say that, it's not about God, and it's, whatever you're connected to, the universe or whatever. It's the same idea, but she references God a lot, just so you know.
Good call, Heather. I've heard of that book before, but so does John Gordon. John Gordon definitely is a Christian, and he does not a ton in his books, but he definitely talks a little bit about that. But for me, it's fine too, but for others, it may not be. Okay, last thing I wanted to go over. Does anyone have any questions about this mind shift challenge that we're doing? And I know a lot of you already said that you wanted to be involved, which is awesome. I'm super excited. I'm super pumped. Like I said, this is like all about quality and not quantity, and making it very like purposeful and intentional. And we have like corporate mentors and guest coaches and stuff like all lined up. We're very excited. But does anyone have any questions about it at all? No? Okay. Anything else? I agree, Megan. I was thinking the same thing about I can't say it, but I loved it too. It's like Melissa's, where'd Melissa go? She was on here. It's like Melissa's southern twang. Okay, anything else you guys want to chat about? Anything going on at all?
I just wanted to say thank you to everyone for welcoming me. It's really encouraging to follow all of you on your posts and things, just so I can learn about what's helping you, so that I can learn how to help other people. So thanks for all of that, and I'm really excited. Luckily, I have the month of May off. I just finished school, so my job doesn't start till June, and I can kind of get in on that. Trying to figure out how to balance. I need to post more about other things that aren't just Beachbody, so that I can have that good balance. So I need to figure that piece out. But it's really encouraging to see how you all do that, and the things that you post about. So thank you for that, and I'm excited.
You're welcome. Thanks for being on this call. And so this is like totally a non-traditional call. Usually we have we do announcements and things at the beginning, but we usually have a speaker on the call that maybe does some sort of training, or one of our coaches or a guest speaker or whatever. So this was kind of different. So this is the first time we did this, Brittany. So this is kind of like new for all of us, but I think it went well. I really liked hearing from all of you. I love when you guys participate and talk, and I think this was a good idea. So maybe every once in a while we will do an open mic night like this. Okay. All right. Well, I love you ladies. Thanks for getting on tonight. I appreciate it. And have a fabulous evening and week. Bye.